Creating a table inside of HTML is actually pretty simple, but also a little bit difficult because it's different than a lot of things that we're used to doing. So let's take a quick look at HTML and how it does tables. So whenever I'm building a table inside of HTML, I want to make sure I'm using it for tabular data. And that's just data that I can look across a row and down a column and find the information I'm looking for. It should intersect there. I'm not just going to put information into a table. I'm definitely not going to use a table to lay out my page, as we used to have to, but we haven't needed to do that since CSS2, and so we're going to make sure we don't do that. Instead, I want to have just a simple chart that's going to do something like, for example, tell me when classes are and where I can be found on my personal page. So in order to create a table, the first thing I need to do is use the table tag. The only place I can have a table is inside this table tag. You might be going, well, what does that really do? And the answer is not much of anything. If I save this and go back to my page and reload it, you're going to notice nothing happened. So I'm going to come into my table and I'm going to do a couple things. The first thing you need to know is that all of my data is stored within rows inside of a table. So we don't define columns, we define rows. So I'm going to define a row, and it's real simple. It's tr, and then there's a closing tr tag. That's all we have to do. So we have our tag, tr, and this defines our table row. Now at this point, nothing's still going to show. That's because we need some data cells. And the very first cell that we're going to have is going to be blank. And so I'm going to put TD, and this is short for table data. Then I'm going to have the next column over. And each time I create a column, I'm using something like this TD cell or a TH cell. And TH is for table header. So this is a header cell. This is going to be what defines and lets us know that this is part of the table header, and it's going to display information a little bit differently by default, and we're going to have extra control because we can style that cell differently in CSS if we need to. So for my header here, I'm just going to say Monday, Tuesday, and so you see my work days of the week, Monday through Friday. If I come here to my page and reload, you'll now see I have a table and it has Monday through Friday listed on it. I'm going to put a new table row, and this is going to move me down automatically into a new row. So here in my second row, I'm going to have a time, and then if I'm in the office or if I'm in a class or something like that, I'm going to list that in all my cells. But my first one is going to be that time, and so that's going to be the table header. So we're going to match up the time, and then we're going to match up the day and see if we can match things that way. So we'll do TH, and do 9 a.m. Now when you build this, it's a little bit of a challenge to kind of keep track of where you are. I'm on my second row, second column. My second column is Monday, and so I need to know, okay, what goes in there. So Monday at 9 a.m. is how I can think about this. I'm going to say that Monday at 9 a.m. I'm in office hours. Tuesday at 9 a.m. I'm out. Wednesday, I once again have office hours. Thursday, I'm in meetings. And Friday, I'm also out. If we come back, we can reload this and we can see. And you'll notice that wherever I had a TH cell, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, those are all bold. The 9 a.m. is also bold, even though it's on a different row because it was a TH cell. My text is not, and you can see that clearly there. I'm going to come down and I'm going to create a third row. This is going to be 10 a.m. It's also a table header. The rest is going to be table data cells. And for simplicity, I'm going to, and notice I've created some blank cells. And the reason why is this is just going to make it easier for me. So I'm going to come in here and copy all this and paste it in. Now I have 11 a.m., noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., and I could go on and on. And then I can just come in here and fill in these. So for example, I have class. All right, so I've gone and I've filled in a bunch of information just so you can kind of see. In each case, I have a TR, I have a new row. TH, I have a table header, and that's going to be something I'm going to correlate my data with. TD is that table data that I'm correlating. When I reload this, you'll notice I have all this information. Now you also might notice that my TH tags are centered by default. And so this is an interesting little case where my table data is centered. Now, old school browsers, they would put a simple border around this and it would make it a little bit easier to see. But we're going to style that in a little bit. We're not going to worry about that just yet. So this gives us an idea of how we can lay out our table. It's very simple. We only have 4 real tags. The table tag, the table row, which is TR, the table header, TH, and table data. And that's all you need to create a basic HTML table. In the next video, we're going to look at how we can expand upon that and create some additional resources and abilities with some other tags that are available to us.